Peace, peace. What's good? Salih. Coming at you with a video today breaking down the metaphysics of the chakras. So I'm going to give you an introduction of your energy body, which many people call the chakra system. And I want to shout out the person that sent me a message. It's funny, I was going to make a video today anyway, and it's so many things to cover. If you look at our channel here on YouTube, we have a myriad of things from numerology, astrology, various aspects of spiritual development, the third eye, etc., etc. So it's so much information to share with y'all. But after I did my meditation this morning, I checked my messages, and I actually had one of the viewers send me a message saying that they appreciate the information. They've grown spiritually from viewing the information on the YouTube channel and also on our website, thirdeyeactivation.com. And could I do a video talking about the chakras? And this is it. So I want to give a shout out to that person that sent a message, because I'm getting a lot more requests and a lot more feedback in regards to the channel, and I appreciate everything. But what I say all the time is, once you begin to let people tell you that you're helping them so much and your information is on point, that right there automatically, in my opinion, start to obscure your view of reality. The way this thing works, especially from an occult mindset, is you want to be even keel. A lot of times what you see with some of these teachers, some of these people putting out information, they have a lot of cheerleaders and people with pom-poms hyping them up, and they begin to put themselves on a pedestal. One thing you can expect from me is I'm never going to put myself on a pedestal. I represent a divine lineage that you can call deities and gods. And my job is to help humans advance their consciousness and get from point A to point B. So after I leave this body, the character known as Ali will no longer exist. The only thing that truly exists is your spiritual energy and the light that you gain while here on earth. And one of the systems that we can look at as far as looking at the energy is our chakra system. If you look at the Tibetan system, the chakra system, they say we have 7 main chakras. And most people are familiar with that, from the base chakra all the way up to the crown chakra. But you also have minor chakras. So I'm going to infuse a little bit of science into esoteric to give you a clear understanding on the metaphysics of the chakras. Science would tell you that everything is energy, that everything is made up of energy. You are also made up of energy. Since you are an energy being, you have hubs or vortexes of energy that we call the chakras. Look at it as a power plant. Look at each chakra as a power plant, and then the minor chakras as small, like electric companies. Let's just say it like that. And then these major hubs or these major power plants that we call chakras distribute energy throughout these minor chakras and distribute energy throughout the body. Now, if you're starting to begin to study the chakra system, it may be somewhat confusing. So I'm going to give you a simple way to look at it so you're not so confused. And as you know, on this channel, we break things down very simple. We don't want to make it too deep and grandiose. Make it very simple, because so you can easy to understand it, so you can get on your study, because that's what this thing is all about. And that study is the study of self, not stuff you read in a book, even though that can serve as an inspiration. Not stuff you hear from myself and other teachers, even though we can serve as a reference point or a guide. You want to get to a point where you study yourself, so you don't rely on anybody outside yourself or anything outside of yourself. So let's look at this as a simple way. The way I like to teach about the chakras is looking at it as lessons. Each chakra holds certain lessons. Okay, so let's use the heart chakra for an example. Many people will say that the heart chakra obviously deals with love. And we sometimes forget that it also deals with forgiveness. So the lesson of the heart chakra would be love of self, love of other people, forgiving self and forgiving other people. And the way this thing works is, if you have some disconnect of energy, say like that you don't love yourself all the way. Maybe you had a bad childhood. Maybe you're in a relationship where you don't feel like you're getting the love back that you're putting out. The way this thing works, it causes an imbalance in that particular chakra. Each chakra is corresponding to different body parts. Obviously, the heart chakra relates to the heart and other parts of the body. So if you have issues of love and issues of forgiveness, you haven't learned the lesson that chakra is teaching you, then you can have a disease or dis-ease, and that dis-ease is the disease of energy being corrupted. So you may have high blood pressure, you may have a heart murmur, you may have cancer of the heart, and so on and so on. But the organ or the body part will correspond to the energy of the lesson of the chakra. Look at it like this. You have people that go crazy in the head. Well, that can be attributed to an imbalance in the third eye or the brow chakra, or it can be an imbalance of the crown chakra. Because the crown chakra is above the head, but it's also connected to the head or the brain. And the third eye is in the middle of your brain, so that's related to the head or brain. So if someone went quote unquote crazy, it's usually an imbalance in that particular chakra. I remember there was a case, I live in Ohio, there was a case of a famous minister, and he has this church, and it's actually right in the town that we live in. He has this huge church, he has a huge following, and he had a brain aneurysm or something like that. And what the spirit told me, and just looking at this chakra system, is because he was living a double life, there was a lot of things that was rumored about him, that he had drugs on the animals on his farm, and all kinds of different things. And people close to him leaked out that he wasn't living the life that he preached about. So he had a brain aneurysm because his spiritual connection was diluted. So the energy caused an imbalance, and it came through as a brain aneurysm. In the West, we always look at that doctors and hospitals treat the symptoms, but we don't look at the root cause of things. If you know what body part is aching you, or where a disease is inflicting on a body part, all you have to do is look at the energetic correspondence. This energetic correspondence will be a chakra, and you can take this from every parts of the body. So what you want to do is study what body parts relates to the chakras. So if it's the solar plexus chakra, which is in the stomach, then that can cause a stomach virus, or you can get some sort of liver issue or something like that. When you correspond the body part with the chakra, that'll let you know where you have an imbalance. Now, going back to what I said at the beginning, everything is energy. Everything you do requires energy. We have physical energy and we have mental energy. The lower three chakras mostly deal with physical things. The heart chakra is the middle passage. The throat chakra, brow chakra, and the crown chakra, or your three upper chakras, are dealing with spiritual nature in its purest form. So everything requires energy, and because you're an energy being, this energy has to come from somewhere. So that's the way the chakra system regulates throughout the body, so you can navigate this reality. So let's use another example, or give you some more tidbits to look at. When you look at the chakras, they deal with colors. You have the Roy G. Biv, it's the same colors as the rainbow. So the bottom chakra is red, then it goes up to orange, the solar plexus, then it goes up, or the sacral, then it goes up to yellow, the solar plexus, then it goes to green, the heart, then it goes to blue, the throat, then it goes to indigo, the third eye or the brow, then it goes to violet or the crown. One of the things that you can do to give more balance to a chakra is eat something, wear something, or look at something that corresponds to the color that you're trying to make balance with the chakra. So if you feel like you have an imbalance in the throat chakra, then you can eat blue things like a blueberry, or you can start to wear more blue, or you can paint your walls blue in your home. Say for instance that you're a singer and you feel like that your throat needs to be pristine. Well, you can eat blueberries, wear something blue on the day that you have to give an event or concert, and you can also start looking at blue things. It can be to a point where you print out a picture of a blueberries and start to meditate on that, because the colors was automatically trigger that area. So that's something else that you can look into and do. But simply put, the chakra system is very important, and honestly it's one of the things I recommend that people know about when they're coming into metaphysics and they're called or want to grow spiritually. I recommend knowing about the universal laws, which you can look up the Kabbalion on PDF file. You can just Google that, the Kabbalion, and they'll tell you about the universal laws, which was that's the ancient wisdom of Tahuti, the god Tahuti or Thoth. It's attributed to Hermes Trismegistus after the Greeks took over, but that knowledge is from Tahuti. I also recommend that you know about your chakra system, which this video will serve as an introduction so you can start doing some more research. We also have various articles on our website, thirdeyeactivation.com, talking about the chakra system. So if there's something that you're interested in or you're wanting to grow spiritually, I recommend that you go there and look at the free information. Lastly, what I recommend for students and people that want to grow spiritually is having some level of understanding of numerology and or astrology. That's why all the videos that you see on the YouTube channel here, you will see various aspects of those three things that I recommend on your study. If you want to go deeper, January the 2nd is the first day of the 4-week spiritual development workshop. It's called the Ultimate Spiritual Development Workshop. During this workshop, I'll be on cam. You'll be able to see me and also hear me, and you can interact through the chat. And you can also put your mic up and you can speak directly to me. If that's something that you're interested in and you want to go from the point A to the point B expeditiously, I recommend that you check that out. I'm going to teach everything I've done, everything I know, all my practices during that workshop. So it's very affordable, and right now you need to put a $99 deposit, and that has to be done by, I believe, December the 12th. So after this cycle, we'll go ahead and do it again, but I implore you to at least get in whenever you're ready, because the seats will fill up quickly. So this has been Ali. Hopefully this gives you a little introduction to your chakra system, and there's various information out there. But what I want to leave you with, so you know how to study this thing, is look at the chakras as independent lessons. So you have lessons of the root chakra, lessons of the sacral, lessons of the solar plexus, lessons of the heart, lessons of the throat, lessons of the brow or third eye, and lessons of the crown chakra. That'll give you an easier way to look at it so it doesn't seem like something outside of you. I remember when I first started studying chakras, it seemed so esoteric and so deep where it didn't seem like it was a part of me. Once you personalize it and look at these chakras are here to teach me a lesson. If I don't learn the lesson, I may have an imbalance in that particular area. A book that you can get, I recommend, is called The Anatomy of Spirit by Caroline Myss, and her last name is M-Y-S-S. The Anatomy of the Spirit by Caroline Myss. Very good book, and it will teach you, it will show you different examples of people living their life and having an imbalance based on the life they were living, because that's how the chakras relate to us. If we're doing things quote unquote correctly or incorrectly, it can cause an imbalance because we didn't learn the lesson that that chakra is teaching us. So this has been Ali, thirdeyeactivation.com. Until next time, peace.